what's going on, everybody? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com, and this is the game controller for the LG Versa. It's the first add-on module to Verizon's LG Versa, which is, it's not a successor to the Dare officially, but it's kind of like the LG Dare, except it's got this snap-on module system. So as you can see, you'll watch me fumble with it here, because I'm right-handed. There you go. It comes with a QWERTY board that snaps onto the phone. It's kind of a combination QWERTY board case. And you can see the little connector there, so you snap the modules in and out. The phone comes, when you buy it, it comes with a QWERTY board, and then just kind of a blank back plate that you can use if you want to use the phone just as a touchscreen. So you can see the QWERTY board here. You can get more on that in the full review I did of the Versa. I also did a dogfight between the Versa and the Dare, so you can watch that. But the QWERTY board's pretty good. It actually, even though it's kind of thin, it actually works pretty well. So this is the first add-on module you can buy. It's actually not made by LG. It's made by another company, sold through Verizon Wireless. $30. You can see right there. It's a slide-down gamepad. So this is actually something that some people said they'd prefer to see a slide-down QWERTY board. So maybe we'll see one of those. But in the meantime, you've got the slide-down gamepad you can add in the box. Basically, just the gamepad, held in by a little twisty tie thing there, which is kind of funny. At first, I thought there's some kind of weird connector. But you get your gamepad and your instructions, and that's about it. So you can see there when you snap the gamepad on, you'll get a special shortcut menu that shows you, gives you kind of one-click options to all your games. So no batteries required, runs off the phone's battery, and while the gamepad's connected, you can still use all your other modules. There's a little comparison head-to-head. You can see they're made by USA Wireless Solutions, not by LG or Verizon. A little head-to-head there. The slide-down gamepad is much smaller, but also much thicker than the QWERTY board. So when the phone is snapped into the gamepad, it's actually a lot thicker, as you'll see in a second. Oh, see, I got a lot better with the snap-on there. Look at that. Woohoo! All right, we'll get out of this message, and we will check out the gamepad in action here. So this first go-around, I'm actually going to edit this out. I apparently didn't have the gamepad connected properly. Something was going on. I thought it was snapped in and everything, but I wasn't able to get it running when I tried using it with one of the games. So we'll just show you. We'll show you the fail here, and then we'll fast forward. You can see the gamepad not working. It should be scrolling through the options there. And that's me checking, saying, I wonder what's going on there. Still not working, but instead of fixing it, I'm going to forge ahead, because I'm lazy and don't want to fix it. And so there you can go. You can even see the virtual game controller still on there. And now Pac-Man's not moving. Alright, so let's skip ahead. Alright, we're back. We're going to launch Pac-Man again. Demo version that comes with the game. The sound's not working, and of course, instead of going back to turn the master volume on, because I had the phone on mute, I'm just going to forge ahead, but we'll get to some sound later. So now I'm going to try the D-pad, and it is in fact working, so now we're snapped back in properly. And, you know, I just edited out the really exciting me taking the D-pad off, putting it back on. That's all it was. Nothing was broken. So now we're working, and I'm trying to learn how the controls work. And there you go. Actually, the virtual D-pad does stay, the virtual joystick does stay on the screen. And this is one thing I kind of wish that with the D-pad on, it would somehow default to a larger screen mode. Though I guess it doesn't on Pac-Man. It just kind of can't, because it's not a widescreen game. It's a portrait mode game, not a landscape mode game. But we'll go to another game here that does work in widescreen. You'll be able to see. The D-pad works pretty well. It feels a little tiny bit, not quite flimsy, but you know, not super high quality. And I think part of that's because they wanted to make it as thin as possible. It's already kind of thick because it's a slider, and they wanted to keep it thin So kind of like the QWERTY pad, the buttons have a very shallow travel, and it definitely works. It's responsive, but not super high quality. If you're used to gaming on a console system, you're gonna think this thing feels more like a toy than like a serious gaming device. All right, so now I'm gonna go back, and here's a little sound for you with this game, which will make the video better, I think, so you won't have to listen to me drone on and on. You can just concentrate on the terrific music in the background. We'll play some Need for Speed Undercover, which also comes with the phone. I'm not a big racing fan myself, but man, I saw some of the footage from that race at Talladega yesterday, where there were all the crashes and the dude flipped his car at the end. That's scary. Glad that he's alright. Hope those people who got injured in the crowd are okay too. That's why I only attend shuffleboard matches as a spectator. The risk of getting injured much, much lower. Although I do live near a golf course and we get golf balls in the yard every so often. And so now you can take a look and see. Oh no, sorry, false alarm. So here's Need for Speed Undercover. Anyway, I'll tell you about my golf ball fears later. And you can see the D-pad's working fine. I'm able to steer with the D-pad on the left, and then I'm using the buttons on the right to accelerate and shift up and all that kind of stuff. And it works fine. The the balance of the phone was okay. Again, not a serious button mashing kind of game. I don't know how this would fare playing something like Galaga. I'm dating myself, but one of those games where you're really mashing on the buttons a lot. But for casual gaming, it's interesting. And I think the whole idea of the modular system is kind of cool because it's less about, I think, like you're going to carry all the modules around than more about buying a quality piece of hardware. I'd love to see a really high-end device like this, or rather a really high-end device with a system like this. So, a smartphone, an Android-powered phone, or a high-end Nokia or Windows Mobile or whatever, with this modular system, so that way people who want to snap on QWERTY can use it. People who want to take advantage of the phone's gaming capabilities can use that. You're not necessarily going to carry the modules around with you and switch back and forth while you're on the go, but it's more of like, to extend the functionality of the device without having to buy two separate devices, one for gaming, one for business. You can have one device and get a couple of low-cost modules, like computer systems, basically. So here's the shortcut menu with your one-touch links to your games. They don't work off the D-pad, but you can touch them. Take a look now at the actual hardware. It's pretty thick. It definitely adds quite a bit of thickness to the device, but it's pretty lightweight. And a final look here at your entire Versa system. There you go, with the D-pad module. Can we get that in frame there? Just the camera, get that in frame. There you go, boys. Thank you. Your entire D-pad Versa system there with your gaming controller D-pad on the left and the QWERTY module on the right. And there it is. First look at the LG Versa gamepad snap-on module. $29.99 straight from Verizon. Phone not included. Much, much more on the Versa. The new LGs, all the new Verizons, everything else. Should be some new LGs for Verizon coming out soon. NV3, Voyager 2, except it's not going to be called Voyager 2. What else? You're going to have to wait to see. All right? Until next time, I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. Thanks for watching. Much, much more over on PhoneDog. Don't forget to play One Pod Bandit. You can spin. You can win. It's free. Until next time, we'll see you later.